0440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and get a quote today.
Good evening and welcome to the MTV Evening News for Thursday, 31st March 2022. Coming up tonight, Kelly Daniel to answer non-capital murder charge in the High Court. Ministry of Youth Development launches Batch 8 Imani program. South Florida support group of the National Democratic Congress host a series of activities. And in sports, Guyana to host CPL final for the next 3 years. We have the details to these and more after the break.
Introducing the Grenlec mobile app. You can now get your bill balance and easily track energy usage for your home or business. Report and receive alerts about power outages. Plus, stay up to date by receiving the latest notifications. Yes, the Grenlec app keeps you connected anytime, anywhere.
The first segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
With the details, I am Troy Gill. First up tonight, we join Tonia St. Louis Lawrence for an update on two matters that were brought before the Grenville Magistrates Court. Murder accused Kelly Daniel and Timon Rogers, charged with dangerous harm, are both being represented by attorney at law Jerry Edwin.
Both matters will be taken to the High Court.
It was a failed day for attorney-at-law Jerry Edwin as both his clients were remanded to a magistrate's prison today. The matters at the Grenville Magistrates Court were presided by Magistrate Francine Foster and will again be heard on April 21, 2022. On a charge of non-capital murder, 27-year-old Kelly Daniel of Pearl St. Andrew was charged in connection with the murder and mutilation of a Guyanese national John Merchant from the same address. Exactly what led to the brutal killing of his employer remains unknown. Attorney-at-law Jerry Edwin gave an update on what transpired inside the court.
So matters as to whether he's guilty or not guilty or he's fit to stand trial is not for this magistrate's court. Under our law, it goes up to the High Court where issues of bail and issues of guilt, whether he will go to trial, will be determined.
Daniel's next court appearance will be before the High Court.
And there I will make an application for his bail. I don't believe he's a danger to society, but it's clearly within the remit of the Director of Public Prosecution whether they will oppose bail or the High Court whether bail would be granted.
In relation to Timon Rogers' court matter, the prosecution in presenting their case for no bail highlighted that he was a repeat offender with several matters connected to his name, including damage to property. The victim, his granduncle Francis Charles, who remains warded at the General Hospital, was also brought up. Rogers was slapped with a charge of causing dangerous harm following a chopping incident that occurred on Sunday last in La Poterie, Maquis, St. Andrew. Charles received several chop wounds about the body, including to his head, neck, and hand, and had to undergo major surgery at the General Hospital where he remains warded.
We will proceed by paper committal as we did in the previous case so that the trial of this matter, if at all, will occur in the High Court. Bail was not granted this morning. The magistrate had some concern as to the underlying issues in this case, so that's why bail was not granted. An application will be made in the High Court for his bail. On the 21st of April, he will be brought back to the magistrate's court just for the administrative process of signing the paper committal so that the matter can be brought before the High Court.
Officer in charge of the Community Relations Department, ASP Desmond Richards, in a recent interview with our news desk, urged the public to reduce the use of weapons when settling disputes.
Let us put on the weapons. It doesn't do well for your nation, it doesn't do well for your community, it doesn't do well for your family.
I am Tonya St. Louis Lawrence, reporting for the MTV Evening News.
During the launch of Batch 8 of the Imani program, Minister with responsibility for youth development encouraged the attendees to take advantage of every opportunity provided through the program to grow and develop, which will prepare them holistically to achieve their desired goals. Hundreds of trainees from across the country gathered at the National Cricket Stadium at Queen's Park in St. George on Thursday for the launch of Batch 8 of the new Imani program by the Division of Youth Development in the Ministry of National Security, Public Administration, Youth Development, Home Affairs, and ICT and Disaster Management. During the launch, Minister with responsibility for youth development, Honorable Kate Lewis, said to the trainees that their success in the program hinges on their determination to succeed.
For many of you who are part of this Batch 8 of the Imani program, it means another door has been opened. It is not the be-all and end-all, but nonetheless, it is a significant opening. This affords you the opportunity to get your feet in the door, to get new experiences, new training opportunities, and an expanded space to build your confidence and showcase your potential to the world. This is the beginning of a journey, and how far you go, how well you do, how much you use this to cross over on that bridge to the future will, for the greatest part, be dependent on your attitude and your ambition.
She encouraged trainees to remain in the program despite not being able to pursue their main objective.
Many of you will enter different modules of this program. You will have your own ambition, rightfully, your own ideas about the road on which you wish to trod. But in some cases, you may not always be given a specific opportunity that you want. Don't let that daunt you. Take every and any opportunity offered and grow from there.
The project manager is Jessie Cumberbatch.
Government has recognized for a long time that this program is a critical intervention to help address the many challenges facing young people. This program helps in the development of young people socially, academically, morally, spiritually, emotionally, and of course, financially.
After the launch, the trainees remained for an orientation session and all were encouraged to work with photo identification, and only those who registered in March were facilitated. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell says no money is being wasted by the government of Grenada on Imani trainees as rumored. Speaking at the launch of Batch 8 of the new Imani program, Prime Minister Mitchell also reiterated that after 2 years in a workplace under the program, one should not be considered an Imani.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell says the youth of the country remains a top priority for the government and funds injected into the Imani program over the years are not misused. The new Imani program seeks to train a youth in an industrial setting with practical training, job shadowing, and actual work in the field.
What I cannot stand is when I hear some people say, we're wasting money on the Imani program because some of the young people may not have met the fundamental objectives as indicated by the program. And I say to all of them, no cent your government spent on the future of our young people must be defined as wasted, sisters and brothers.
Dr. Mitchell told the trainees they have nothing to give back to the government of Grenada, but only themselves.
While we give you the opportunity We don't see you owe us anything. You don't owe the Prime Minister, the Minister of Youth, and the Minister of Government anything. You know who you owe? You owe yourself, your family, and your beautiful country to make life better for yourselves.
However, he said after 2 years, a trainee should not be considered an Imani, but should be an employee of the company.
2 persons who have been in the Imani program came to me and said that they were Imanis, one for 9 years and one for 8 years. I say to you and my own government, the Imani program is 2 years. 2 years. That means, sisters and brothers, if we have them employed and given useful service, we have a fundamental responsibility. A fundamental responsibility to correct this. Pay them for the service they provide, not for the name that they came into the program to give. So I'm scolding my own government and scolding those of us who have including this as part of a process.
Nikita Hostin, MTV News.
Amid complaints of the absence of lights at Progress Park, which is currently being used as a venue for athletic sports meets, one government official says the popular playing field is at the top of the list of those that will be given priority in the not-too-distant future. The St. Andrew's Anglican Secondary School successfully completed its athletic sports meet at the Progress Park playing field in St. Andrew on Wednesday. However, the event went longer than expected, and there were complaints, including concerns raised about the absence of lights around the field. Minister for Sports, Culture and the Arts, Honorable Yolan Bain Horsford, speaking to MTV News on Thursday, said the absence of lights at the playing field will soon be remedied, including the lights at the National Cricket Stadium.
Progress Park is high on the agenda, so is the stadium and many other fields, but priority is given to the Progress Park as well as the stadium. Negotiations have started with bidders, and so it's the cabinet will decide now, where are we going with it and where the funds are coming from. But that is already on the agenda for discussions. It is important to us. We saw the sports yesterday. It went into late hours and there was no light to really accommodate it. And so was the cricket and other things that happened at the stadium. So we really seriously looking at it.
She says, however, it will be a costly endeavor.
It's the amount of money involved in the whole process. That's the whole idea about it. Where, how we are juggling with the funds now to make these things happen. We know the importance of sports. We see how Grenada is moving on and, really doing well in the region as well as internationally and locally. And so we must provide the enabling environment for these people to get on and to move to higher levels.
She highlighted the significance of Progress Park, which is perfect for hosting sporting events and activities due to its size, grounds and capacity.
Well, if you look at the layout of Progress Park alone, it's a really lovely facility, and it is important to every athlete in St. Andrews and many other, because a lot of things happen in Progress Park. Apart from athletics, we have a lot of people who jog, who exercise. We have a school at the back. Now we're moving the other school temporarily there for the building of the school in Grenville. So it is an important entity. We have a little playground that we started there because we noticed the amount of young children that from Paradise, Simon Coco and those areas that, come to the park to enjoy, relax and enjoy themselves and play games and so.
Addressing the lighting issues at Progress Park and the National Stadium will be given priority, the minister said, as Grenada becomes even more renowned for hosting both local and international high-caliber events and activities. The National Democratic Congress has moved its political campaign to the diaspora. Political leader Dickon Mitchell and his delegation arrived in Florida on Wednesday to meet Grenadians as they prepare for the upcoming general elections. Donessa Panchu has more.
Leslie McQueen, chair of the planning committee in the diaspora, told MTV the three-member delegation led by Deacon Mitchell is expected to meet with Grenadians living in Florida over the next couple days to discuss the way forward for Grenada. He outlined some of the plans.
There has been tremendous excitement in the South Florida area towards the trip that we're currently experiencing. And we know that the activities that we have planned, for example, tonight we'll be having a major fundraiser, which would be a sort of, a reception for the political leader. And we're going to have some local government officials coming and welcoming him to South Florida. They'll be making remarks. And the political leader, of course, will address the gathering. We ask persons who are coming to make donations, and persons have been making donations thus far towards that event.
The momentum abroad, McQueen says, is building, and people are looking forward to meeting the new political leader of the party.
I mean, from what I have picking up on the ground in Grenada, it seems that there is a buzz, there is a momentum. That's what I'm picking up on the ground in Grenada. But I'm definitely seeing it here firsthand in the diaspora. I've seen persons and some of the businessmen he'll be meeting with during the course of his visit. They're coming from other states. Someone came from Georgia last night. Another person is coming from California.
The next stop for the NDC delegation is New York. He shared some of the party's expectations.
Well, as far as I understand from the New York chapter, which has been functioning effectively for quite a while, they're putting all of the pieces together. They're in the process of planning activities to facilitate the political leader when he gets there. Well, yes, the expectations is very, very high. I mean, people are on a high. People want change, and I think that is being manifested throughout the diaspora and, of course, in Grenada.
MTV News, Donessa Pancho.
That's the first segment of news. Coming up, medical practitioner says Grenada is doing well in its fight against COVID-19. More news after the break.
The first segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Glam out in the best names and designer frames with Quartz Optical. Buy one stylish frame and get 50% off your second pair. Sport your favorite Armani, Converse, Vogue, and many more frames for less. Get an additional 10% off and pay nothing for 30 days when you pay with Ready Finance. Book your free eye examination appointment online today on www.quartzoptical.com. Don't miss the opportunity to glam out, only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Offer available while stocks last. Special conditions apply.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Experienced drivers, you've ruled the road. Now you can enjoy the rewards with Beacon's 50-plus car insurance plan. Get hassle-free sign-up, affordable payment options, and a free windscreen cover. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and get driving with Beacon today.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCroix Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCroix Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCroix Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
The second segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Welcome back. As the country continues on its way to reopening fully and restrictions are minimal, the threat of the COVID virus increases. However, medical practitioner Dr. George Mitchell says he believes that the country is still in a good place. However, he says herd immunity plays an important role going forward. More from Donella Hostin.
Achieving herd immunity to help with the protection of people against the COVID-19 virus is of key importance to many countries, including Grenada. Former Chief Medical Officer Dr. George Mitchell says despite Grenada still having a low vaccination rate, he believes that the country is in a good place, even with the restrictions being lifted and more people coming to the island. He says the worry would only come if something exceptional occurs as it relates to the virus.
So unless something dramatic happens in terms of the virus takes on a sort of like devious, variant of some sorts. But, persons who are coming in the main do have some sort of like immunity as well, even though they are not vaccinated. So, a lot of people out there were infected and would have developed natural antibodies to the virus.
Dr. Mitchell explained too that herd immunity is more than one being vaccinated.
Let us not forget that herd immunity is not only gained through vaccination. Herd immunity, the concept of herd immunity is, persons being infected and developing an immune response to whatever virus or whatever organism.
He says in Grenada, many people have been exposed to the virus thus far.
In our case, I believe that, we have had a lot of exposure we have had, and my rough and calculation is that we probably have, in excess of 80 to 85 or even 90% herd immunity, if you ask me. So that our 35% vaccination rate and the amount of persons that were infected can, in my opinion, acute to us having herd immunity here in Grenada.
Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Hostin.
One local religious organization will be hosting an event during the Easter celebrations that will see the reading of the entire New Testament of the Holy Bible over a 24-hour period, an activity which will also be aired on various online and social media platforms. The New Testament Church of God Grenada District will be hosting its version of the Global Bible Marathon in April under the theme, The Unchanging Word, Changing Our World. Local pastor Bishop Marcus Christopher said the marathon, which originates from Tobago, normally takes place at the beginning of the year and involves the reading of the Bible in its entirety.
It is a non-stop, seamless reading of the entire Bible from Genesis to Revelation, and it is normally done the 1st of January, New Year's Day, to the 5th of January every year. It started in 2014 as an in-house reading. The activity was done in the church, but because of COVID that happened in 2020, decided having it online.
However, they opted to host their own version of the event.
Here in Grenada, we were going to organize it for January 1st this year to the 5th, reading of the entire Bible, but because we were late in organizing, we decided we were going to do an edition of the reading of the New Testament, that is for Easter Sunday, that is Resurrection Sunday, coming up April 17th and 18th. Reading, seamless reading, straight reading of the entire New Testament, starting 6 o'clock on Resurrection Sunday, Easter Sunday, and finishing 4 o'clock on Monday.
The activity will be aired on the various online platforms, he said, and the public is invited to participate.
Before the reading starts at 6 p.m., Resurrection Sunday, we'll have an opening Thanksgiving service at 5 and a closing Thanksgiving service starting, that is 5 p.m. on Easter Sunday, 1 hour before the reading starts, and a closing Thanksgiving service beginning at 4 p.m. on Easter Monday. Okay, so it's a 24 hours of ministry experience. We're really inviting the general public, not just folks here in Grenada, but because it's going to be done online, YouTube and Facebook.
For MTV News, I am Troy Gill. The Sister Isles of Carriacou and Petite Martinique received an emergency operating center through yet another initiative by the U.S. government. This donation, according to Minister for Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs, Kendra Maturin-Stewart, comes at a most opportune time as she highlighted the effects of climate change and disaster management. More details in this report.
The donation of an emergency operating center to the people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique, as was noted by Minister Kendra Maturin-Stewart, is a timely one. Speaking at the official handover ceremony on Wednesday afternoon, Minister Stewart said this gift to the people of the Sister Isles will serve them well, as they, just as the rest of the world, continue to grapple with the effects of climate change.
Governments and environmental organizations around the world are expending considerable amount of time and money trying to develop and to implement strategies that can slow down and cushion the rate and impact of climate change. The state of Grenada, including Carriacou and Petite Martinique, is now better positioned to respond to emergency situations on a national level more efficiently and effectively with this fully functioning operating center.
She also spoke about the importance of understanding disaster management.
Ladies and gentlemen, disaster management must take center stage in our strategic planning because there is no signal when and where it will happen. And if it is not managed properly, it can throw our entire country into anarchy. Therefore, this all-important facility that is being handed over at this time, when we and other Caribbean countries begins to prepare for the 2022 hurricane season. And I am sure that this center will play its part in setting plans for Carriacou and Petit Martinique in its preparation for the onset of the hurricane season.
Ambassador Linda Tagliatella, representing the government and people of the United States of America, affirmed their commitment to providing assistance to Grenada. She said this donation is just one of many they have made over time. She noted that this is more than just an investment of concrete and steel.
Our donations of this critically needed medical and disaster relief infrastructure will increase the ability of Grenada to address the ongoing pandemic and meet future challenges from natural disasters. It has been a long road and we're not out of the woods yet, but if we each do our part and work together, we can end this pandemic.
Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Host.
The Ministry of Agriculture partnered with a local non-profit organization in a training and development program for youth and young adults, particularly centered around agriculture. A team from the ministry comprising of Minister Peter David, Chief Agricultural Officer Trevor Thompson, and Senior Agricultural Officer Lawrence St. Louis visited a 5-acre plot in Beauséjour, St. George recently that would go into agricultural production by Adult and Teens Challenge Grenada.
The plan here is that we're going to have some short crops in terms of things like melons, cantaloupe, pumpkins, and some of the things that are really in demand. We're also going to have some shade houses as well, along with some small ruminants, some small animals. And we're going to use this as, again, like I said, as part of our training and certification venue. So youth who are involved in our programs will have this as another site that they can train at and get their CBQ level 2 or level 1 certification in crop production or some other area of interest.
That was Jude Hector, Executive Director for Adult and Teen Challenge Grenada, explaining the work that will be done on that plot of land. This project will offer certification that will allow participants to become businessmen and women in agriculture and will contribute to increased production. Minister for Agriculture, Honorable Peter David, said the ministry is ready to offer the technical support needed to ensure the success of the project.
We at the Ministry of Agriculture will work this project as a partnership. We have the technical know-how. So, for example, planting requires you to know what the ground is good at. You know, persons believe they could plant anything anywhere. That's not true. There's some things that would be good in the soil and there are things that would not be good in the soil. So Jude and his team will work with the agronomy division in the Ministry of Agriculture. We'll work with the extension division. We'll work with the farm labor support group. Whatever we can provide.
Adult and Teen Challenge Grenada have entered into a temporary arrangement with Beauséjour Estate Limited, owned and managed by Leroy Nichols, to bring the project to fruition. However, the overarching objective of the organization is to be a reference for challenged youth. Hector said they are in the process of working with the Ministry of Agriculture to obtain a permanent piece of property for the organization.
For example, instead of sending a youth to prison for 2 months or 3 months, they can come to us, we work with them, right? We save costs in terms of having them at the prison. We save them a lifetime of just being in a situation where I think they could be better off, right? Our dream and our goal is to have a residential rehabilitation facility on a farm. So where we construct the facility, we have guys coming to the program for 12 to 18 months, and this is a global program that has been working across the world. And so that would be really our permanent base, as it were, where we're going to have all that we have in here would be on a bigger level.
For MTV News, Troy Gill.
Congratulations to the West Indies cricket for a resounding test victory over England at the National Stadium last weekend. We join with the numerous local cricket fans in exulting over the regional team's victory and rejoicing over the return of international cricket to Grenada. In this week's online publication, High Court hands a victory to local public servants. Rape accused walks free. New presiding magistrate in Grenville. In the Sister Isles, resident convinced Carriacou can produce salted beef. Record 4 on the National Carifta team. Modern disaster preparedness facility in Carriacou, and much more. This is where we end the second segment of news. Regional highlights are up next.
The second segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business.
For your education.
For your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Glam out in the best names and designer frames with Quartz Optical. Buy one stylish frame and get 50% off your second pair. Sport your favorite Armani, Converse, Vogue, and many more frames for less. Get an additional 10% off and pay nothing for 30 days when you pay with Ready Finance. Book your free eye examination appointment online today on www.quartzoptical.com. Don't miss the opportunity to glam out, only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Offer available while stocks last. Special conditions apply.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do three things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
The third segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with Arizo Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
I've been a member of the Arizo Credit Union since 2016, and honestly I joined to come out of poverty. What I love most about Arizo Credit Union is their support in helping us as members to save. I was in the credit union like a little under a month. The sewing machine that I had went bad, and I was in desperate need of, purchasing another. I simply went to speak to my loan officer. I wanted to know details of how to go forward. How do I become qualified to get a loan? And The next thing I knew, she said, how much money do you need? And at that time I needed $7.99. And she said, I'll loan you the money. And from there, I purchased the sewing machine, and this is the result. As a young person, we all have those little achievements in the back of our mind that seem so far-reaching. What Ariza encourages us to do is to save. I'm really happy, honestly.
Time now for this evening's regional roundup with Donessa Panchu.
This is the regional roundup for today. I am Donessa Panchu. Jamaica's Prime Minister Andrew Holness said his meeting with U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris Wednesday was very productive. Holness traveled to Washington, D.C. this week to meet with Harris to discuss a number of issues regarding U.S.-Jamaica relations. In a series of posts on his Twitter page today, Holness said the discussions were very productive as they affirmed shared commitments to increase cooperation for the mutual benefit of Jamaica and the United States. According to the Prime Minister, the areas of cooperation discussed with Harris include violence prevention through intelligence and information sharing, investment in violence reduction programs targeting at-risk youth, human capacity development, particularly in relation to cybersecurity and digital technology, energy and infrastructure. The Dominica government Wednesday announced it had acquired the majority shares on the island electricity company, DOMLEC, following discussions that began a year ago with the Canadian-based energy company, Emera Incorporated. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerritt on a radio broadcast did not disclose the amounts being paid for ownership of the utility company, but noted that on several occasions he had expressed publicly the need for Dominica to take greater control of the energy security and correct a historic wrong, returning DOMLEC to the ownership of the Dominican people. Skerritt told the nation that the former Dame Eugenia Charles government had acquired the majority shareholding in DOMLEC from the Commonwealth Development Corporation (CDC), but was later sold back to the CDC in 1997 by the United Workers' Party administration. Barbados will soon be taking its vaccination drive into secondary schools to get more school-aged youth protected against the COVID-19 virus. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Kenneth George said, and I quote, "They will bring vaccines to the schools with parental consent and will have vaccines for those individuals 12 years and up and will do it in a school-by-school basis." George said it was still too soon to say when the projects will commence. Further afield, Russia has told foreign countries they must start paying for its gas in rubles so it will halt supplies. Vladimir Putin has signed a decree stating buyers must open ruble accounts in Russia banks from Friday. Mr. Putin's demand is being seen as it is an attempt to boost the ruble, which is being hit by Western sanctions. Western company and government have rejected Russia's demand to pay for gas in rubles as a breach of existing contracts, which are set in euros and US dollars. That's it for this evening's regional roundup. I am Donessa Panchu.
This is the MTV Evening News. More news after the break.
The third segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
I've been a member of the Ariza Credit Union since 2016, and honestly I joined to come out of poverty. What I love most about Ariza Credit Union is their support in helping us as members to save. I was in the credit union like a little under a month. The sewing machine that I had went bad and I was in desperate need of, purchasing another. I simply went to speak to my loan officer. I wanted to know details of how to go forward. How do I become qualified to get a loan? And the next thing I knew, she said, how much money do you need? And at that time I needed $7.99. And she said, I'll loan you the money. And from there, I purchased the sewing machine. And this is the result. As a young person, we all have those little achievements in the back of our mind that seem so far-reaching. What Ariza encourages us to do is to save. I'm really happy, honestly.
You're watching the MTV Evening News. Sports is up next.
Glam out in the best names and designer frames with Quartz Optical. Buy one stylish frame and get 50% off your second pair. Sport your favorite Armani, Converse, Vogue, and many more frames for less. Get an additional 10% off and pay nothing for 30 days when you pay with Ready Finance. Book your free eye examination appointment online today on www.quartzoptical.com. Don't miss the opportunity to glam out, only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Offer available while stocks last. Special conditions apply.
Introducing the Grenlec mobile app. You can now get your bill balance and easily track energy usage for your home or business. Report and receive alerts about power outages. Plus, stay up to date by receiving the latest notifications. Yes, the Grenlec app keeps you connected anytime, anywhere. The Grenlec mobile app. Download for 24/7 access.
Your vehicle insurance should never break your bank. With Beacon, you can get up to 35% off your fully comprehensive car insurance and still get full protection from unexpected damages with free loss of use, windscreen cover, and special perils. When it comes to your insurance, always be sure you settle for more. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and get a quote today.
Holy natural spring water is a water for every occasion. On the field of sports, at your workplace, just open the bottle and savor the pure, refreshing taste. Holy natural spring water is produced in Mama Can St. Andrews and is available in all sizes nationwide. To order, telephone 444-7654 or 533-7654. Holy natural spring water, Grenada's purest bottled water.
Coming up in sports, Guyana to host a CPL final for the next 3 years. That and more coming up in sports.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. Mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
This is where we bring you this evening's sporting highlights with Donella Hostin.
Good evening, sporting fans. We begin with some local track and field news. It was a beautiful day for J.W. Fletcher Catholic Secondary School students who had their sports at the Tantine playing field. Past pupils, parents, and neighboring schools attended the sports meet, giving their support. Here are some highlights from the sports meet. The Hero Caribbean Premier League CPL finals will be hosted by Guyana for the next 3 years, starting in 2022. This is the first time the Hero CPL final will be held in Guyana, and this long-term staging agreement will see the culmination of the tournament also taking place in Guyana in 2023 and 2024. This season, Guyana will host 7 group games, 3 knockouts matches, and the Hero CPL final, which will take place on Friday, 30th September at the Guyana National Stadium in Providence. The Hero CPL final will be the climax of festivities surrounding these games taking place in Guyana. The government of Guyana, in collaboration with the local private sector, will also stage 2 weeks of events which will form a cricket carnival. Kyle Myers, whose maiden 5-wicket haul played a key role in the West Indies' victory in the recently ended Apex Test Series against England, has made a massive 33-spot jump in the International Cricket Council (ICC) bowling ranks. In the latest ICC Test ranking released on Wednesday, the Seamer climbed from 81 to 48, one of the biggest leaps in recent history. The Jamaica Boxing Board and G.C. Foster College on Wednesday announced a partnership to develop and grow the sport of boxing on the island and the wider Caribbean. Under the partnership agreement, G.C. Foster, Jamaica's only sports college, will become a hub for a national training program, as well as offer related coaching courses that will help raise the level of the sport. Beyond that, G.C. Foster College will be the host of the Gloves Over Guns initiative that aims to channel youth away from the negative influences of the community and onto a more progressive pathway. The Jamaica Boxing Board has already provided the college with equipment, and a new ring is to be delivered shortly to the tertiary institution and will be afforded national gym status. The Golden Jaguars had a solid display of football against their regional rivals Trinidad and Tobago, but at the 90 minutes of play, the two sides walked off the pitch at the Hazley Crawford Stadium with an entertaining 1-1 result. The match also brought the curtains down on the Courts Caribbean Classic, which also featured Barbados.
Both Guyana and Trinidad and Tobago football teams coming off dominating performances against Barbados in the tournament, the two teams look poised to have a highly entertaining clash given their history. Though producing chances on goal, both teams failed to find the net in the first stanza. Coming out of the break, the Golden Jags and Soko Warriors sought to play a bit more expansive, but still found it difficult to find a goal. That would change in the 59th minute after Trini defender Jesse Williams fouled an attacking Sam Cox in the penalty area. Former Crystal Palace talisman Neil Dan stepped up to the plate and made no mistakes in putting the ball past Marvin Williams in goal. Both teams continued to test each other's defense only to miss out in front of goal as the match came closer to the end. However, Levi Garcia, who was earlier denied an equalizer by Akil Clark, would go on to score the game-winning header from a corner ball just seconds before the end of the match. The result ensured that Trinidad and Tobago were able to hold aloft the trophy based on their goal difference against the Golden Jaguars in the tournament.
And that's it for this evening's sports. I am Donella Houston.
That's the sports, the weather, and a recap of the headlines after the break.
MTV Weather is brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
We've been down, but not out. It's been hard, but we've persevered together. We each have a role in Grenada's successful recovery, nourishing our families, guiding our children, caring for our communities, energizing our lives. We are strong. Together, we are Grenada.
Good evening once again, viewers, with Thursday night's weather forecast and meteorologist Wayne Williams. The anticipated cloudiness and showers materialized throughout the Eastern Caribbean today. Most of them were relatively brief, but they were significant enough to impact and to bring some cooler conditions throughout the Eastern Caribbean. We still do have some cloudiness, but that's dissipating. You should see some showers tonight, improving into tomorrow. The haze continues to remain a bit to the south, but we are going to see some of it here most likely from Sunday. Still, these low-level patches of moisture continue to move across the region. We also have some upper-level clouds in the mix, helping to keep things a bit cool. So after some more showers tonight, we would be seeing improvement into tomorrow and continuing. The forecast for Thursday night is for partly cloudy conditions with scattered showers. Northeasterly winds between 8 and 18 miles per hour with a minimum temperature of 23. Moonrise is still tomorrow morning at 6:21. It's going to set at 6:49 in the evening. On Friday, look for variable cloudy conditions with a few scattered showers in the morning period. From mid-morning into afternoon, we're going to be seeing lots more sunshine. The winds will be northeasterly between 12 and 24 miles per hour. Choppy seas, 5 to 7 foot waves still continue, so exercise caution. The sun is going to rise at 6:03, set at 6:18. By afternoon time, with the dissipating cloudness, the maximum will climb to around 33 and feel like 37. Partly cloudy conditions in Port of Spain, isolated showers in Bridgetown with afternoon showers in Kingston and Miami, morning showers for New York, and the partly cloudy skies expected in London. Coming back at home, there is about a 50% chance of some showers on Saturday morning, improving again into the afternoon. Variable cloudy conditions on Sunday. From Monday onwards, much fair conditions, with slight haze from Sunday onwards. That's it for me for Thursday night, folks. Have yourself a great night. Remember, you can join me again on Friday.
MTV Weather was brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Now to end the news, a recap of the headlines. Kelly Daniel to answer non-capital murder charge in the High Court. Ministry of Youth Development launches Batch 8 Imani program. South Florida Support Group of the National Democratic Congress hosts a series of activities. And in sports, Guyana to host CPL final for the next 3 years. On behalf of the news and production departments, I am Troy Gill. Thank you for watching. Good night.
Are everywhere. Magic 88.9.
Hello. Hi. Don't you dare touch the dial. Magic 88.9 FM.
We are on Magic 88.9.
Magic FM in Guam. Oh yeah, great news, and that's great news for the whole of Grenada. I just walked the whole island with Liquor Radio, and I pick up Magic FM 88.9 right from the island. And that's not all, you know. You could get MTV on channel 18 on cable and channel 10 on Green Dot. But wait, you can also get MTV on channel 9 and 10 with just your regular TV with your Rabbit's antenna.
So you mean I could get MTV anywhere in Grenada with all cable or Green Dot?
Yes, MTV extend the reach through the whole island. Magic 88.9.
COVID-19 spreads from person to person through the droplets that are produced when someone coughs or sneezes, which makes it easy to spread between people in close contact. Now let's get prepared to stay healthy.
To reduce your chance of catching or spreading COVID-19, practice these simple everyday preventative measures. Droplets can also land on surfaces, so ensure that you wash your hands frequently for a minimum of 20 seconds or sing the happy birthday song twice. Avoid touching your face, especially your eyes, nose, and mouth. If soap and water are not readily available, use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer with an alcohol content between 60 and 90%. 70% is ideal.
When you cough or sneeze, cover your nose and mouth with a flexed elbow or a tissue. Dispose of the tissue immediately and then wash your hands. If you notice someone has a fever and cough or other symptoms of respiratory illness, avoid close contact when possible. Let's all do our part to ensure that each and every Grenadian remains healthy. Our health is our collective responsibility.
We are everywhere. Magic 88.9.
Don't you dare touch the dial. Magic 88.9 FM.
We are on Magic 88.9.
Magic FM in Guam. Oh yeah, great news, and that's great news for the whole of Grenada. I just walked the whole island with Liquor Radio, and I pick up Magic FM 88.9 right from the island. And that's not all, you know. You could get MTV on channel 18 on cable and channel 10 on Green Dot. But wait, you can also get MTV on channel 9 and 10 with just your regular TV with your rabbit's antenna.
So you mean I could get MTV anywhere in Grenada with all cable or Green Dot?
Yes, MTV extend the reach show the whole island. Magic 88.9.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada, imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money bag symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch in stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right. I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada, imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money bag symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch in stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Good evening, viewers and listeners. Welcome to the National Lotteries Authority's Daily Pick 3 evening draw for today, Thursday, March 31st, 2022. I am Anisha Charles. With me this evening is Ms. Priscilla Barry from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in a fair, accountable manner, and the game balls with industry standards and in a way stamped with. This time you should have tickets ready. It's Daily Pick 3. It pays to play. Good luck. That's all for this evening is. Check your tickets in the meantime. First number is 8, second number is 9, third and final number is 0. Okay, let's recap those numbers. Numbers on the screen. Check your tickets. First number is 8, the second 9, third and final is 0. So that's 8, 9, and 0. Congratulations to all our winners. Stay tuned, get your daily cash flow drop next. We'll see you soon.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Welcome back, everyone, to another Daily Cash 4 evening draw for today, Thursday, March 31st, 2022. I am Anisha Charles. With me again is Ms. Priscilla Barry from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in a fair and accountable manner, and the game balls with industry standards and in a way tampered with. At this time, your tickets at hand. It's Daily Cash 4, more plays, bigger prizes. Let's find out what this evening's winning numbers will be. Good luck. First number this evening is, check your tickets in the meantime. First number is 8, second number is 0, third number is 9, fourth and final number is 7. Okay, let's recap those numbers. It was on the screen. First number is 8, the second 0, third 9, fourth and final is 7. So that's 8, 0, 9, and 7. Congratulations to all owners. Stay tuned and get your play drop next. We'll see you soon.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just 1 lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money bag symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Welcome back, everyone, to another Playway Evening Draw for today, Thursday, March 31st, 2022. I am Anisha Charles. With me once again is Ms. Priscilla Barry from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in a fair and accountable manner. The game balls with industry standards and in a way tampered with. This time, your tickets at hand. It's Playway. Value your dreams and win your way. Good luck. This evening's winning play lucky numbers. Check your tickets. This evening's winning lucky number is 7. Let's recap the number 07. 7 represents dream symbol money. Congratulations to all the winners of this evening's play draw. Remember to play all the games of the National Lotteries Authority support sports, culture, and nation building. Thanks for joining us. Have a wonderful evening.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one later ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money bag symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment as you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest. Visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Lloyd Edric Chetram, also known as Babu and Caesar, of Brothers St. John, passed away on Friday 11th March 2022 at the age of 71. He was the brother of Valentine and Keith Chetram, nephew of Rosalind Julian in the UK, brother-in-law of Brenda and Louise Chetram, uncle of many including Jason, Judy, Janice Chetram Hagley, Jerry, Sharon, Lyndon, Sherry, Ken, Ian, Kay, Ricky, Robbie and Jeanette Chetram, Beverly Chetram Dolland, Rolda Chetram Justine, and Daniel, also known as Bubby in the United Kingdom. Uncle-in-law of many, including Ken Hagley, Akima Fraser, David Justine, Evelyn Dolland, Suti Chetram, Lexan Chetram, Bibi Husman Chetram, and Casey Eben Chetram. Many other relatives and friends including B. Sanderson, Chitterman, Perryman, Ragbasing, Duranjit, Harford, Chetram, Julian and Harriman families, the Rajman family in Tobago, the Roberts family in Grenada, the UK and the USA, Shireen Amanda Wall, Pastor Robert Mathena and family, members of the Faith Independence Baptist Church Loretto, Lester Simpson, Nurse Marcia Jones, Laura Joseph, the Alexis family, and friends and neighbors of Brothers and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Lloyd Edric Chetram, also known as Babu and Caesar, of Brothers St. John, will take place on Friday, April 1st at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Open Bible Church, Grove St. John, and interment will be at the Douglaston Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Veronica Dola Horsford, née Bascom of Retreat St. David, passed away on Tuesday, 8th March 2022, at the age of 94. She was the mother of Yvette Lowe, Gregory Bascom, Bernadette Fall, Richard Horsford, Marcia Hazard, Matthew and Sharon Horsford, stepmother of Martin Lumpress, grandmother of Nigel, Neil and Neela Duncan, Rodlin Lowe, Winston and Randy Bascom, Sophia Charles, Michelle, Rachel and Marcel Horsford, Marcel Hazard and Quinton, great-grandmother of 25. Many nieces and nephews, including Daphne Bascom, Eric Bascom, Teresa Edwards, Gloria Mitchell, Philip George and Leon Mitchell. Mother-in-law of Claudia Bascom, Janice and Belinda. Sister-in-law of Lawrence Francis, Clarice Charles, Gwen, Tony and Joan Murray. Other relatives and friends including Raleigh Jessamy, Dandley Bascom, the Bascom family of Felix Park, Happy Hill and River Road, the Latouche, Horsford and Felix families, and neighbors and friends of Retreat, Pomerose, Felix Park and De Blando. The funeral of the late Veronica Dola Horsford, née Bascom, of Retreat St. David, will take place on Monday, April 4th at 2 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the St. Martin de Porres Roman Catholic Church, Crowshoe, St. Andrew, and interment will be at the Churchyard Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Ian Redhead, also known as Flyers, of Hillsborough Street, who resided at Melville Street and Archibald Avenue, St. George's, son of the late Betha and Pat Redhead, passed away on Friday, 11th March 2022, at the age of 63. He was well known as the founder and editor of Tackle Sports magazine. He is survived by his devoted wife Deborah, children Ian DeCoto, Zaya Bourne, Adayinka and Oksana Redhead, proud grandfather of Ziana, Zuri and Zacharias, daughter-in-law Rocio Mota DeCoto, dearly missed by his siblings Rosamond residing in England and Nigeria, Annette and Patty residing in Grenada, Margaret, also known as Git, the late Adrian, also known as Pencil, Gordon, also known as Police, and John, also known as Pussy, residing in the United States, and Trevor, also known as Bessie, residing in Canada. He will be lovingly remembered by his mother-in-law Yvonne Alexander, father-in-law Lloyd Alexander, many nieces, nephews, sisters-in-law, and brothers-in-law, other relatives including the Charles, Hopkin, and Marichaux families. Close friend of Sammy Braffett and family, and Raphael Arthur in the United States, Ruggles and Tammy Ferguson, Nazim Burke, Merle and Jeffrey Bayer, Randolph Peters and family, Nurse Clouden and family, Clem John, Margaret Matushek, Noel Thomas in Canada, and other loved ones. The funeral service for the late Ian Redhead, also known as Flyers, of Hillsborough Street, who resided at Melville Street and Archibald Avenue, St. George's, will take place on Wednesday, April 6th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception, St. George's, and interment will be at the Top Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Velma Ada Murray of Monterey St. Patrick, who resided at Grenville Street, St. George, passed away on Friday, 4th March, at the age of 71. She was the mother of Joyce Murray Allen, also known as Verna in the USA, Jerry Murray, Nigel Murray, and Louise Murray, grandmother of Brandon Murray, Kenny Allen, and Kai Murray in the USA, Danielle Patris, Shimron Millett, Shanika Regis, and Lamont Murray, sister of Patricia Belgrave, Stafford Murray, Michael Murray, Glenna Evans in Trinidad, Yolande Ledlow, Terrence Ruby, and Ricky Murray, mother-in-law of Isona Regis, and Rodnisha Joseph Murray, aunt of 23 including Paul Belgrave, Josanne Murray, Rhea Murray, Nola Murray, Shannon and Shakima Ledlow, Nadine Paul and Jarrell Murray, grand aunt of 43, niece of Priscilla Smart, Osbert Charles and Pat Lynn, sister-in-law of Bobby Lynn Murray, Joseph Ledlow, Yvonne Murray, Anthony Evans, Numerous cousins, other relatives and friends including Merlin David in the USA, Edward and Meryl Lord, Mr. and Mrs. Allen in the USA, the Smart, Julian, Murray and Mungo families, Cindy Phillip, Pansy Barito, Maggie Pearl, Daphne, Anne Merriman, Peggy, Juliet Ducoto, staff of GCNA, friends and neighbors of Montreach St. Patrick and Grenville Street St. George. The funeral service of the late Velma Ada Murray of Montreach St. Patrick, who resided at Grenville Street St. George, will take place on Thursday, 7th April at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Seventh-day Adventist Church, Archibald Avenue, St. George's, and entombment will be at the St. George's Center Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lockwell Brothers Funeral Home. Sebastian Francis Richardson, also known as Sibo of Tivoli St. Andrew, he was well known as a farmer, passed away on Monday, 14th March at the age of 62. He was a father of 5, Kesta, Tessa in Canada, Alana in Trinidad, Jamal and Shebi. Brother of 6, Augustine resided in the USA, and Lawson resided in Canada. Sister of 5, Ennis, Joycelyn resided in the USA, and Teresa resided in Canada. Grandfather of 6, Norrell, Jonathan, Carlon, Janaya, Shiloh, and Kimura. Great-grand of 2. Son-in-law of John. Uncle of many including Reginald and Evan resided in the UK. Perlin, Alwyn, Kendall, and Lynthia resided in the USA. Claude resided in Canada. Gavin, Kelly, Enzo, Agnes, Jerry, Ryan, Patricia, Rasta Sweet, Linwal, and Kelson. Other relatives and friends including the Richardson family of Montreach, the Mann family of Chantemille, close friends of Tivoli, La Patrie, and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Sebastian Francis Richardson, also known as Sibo of Telescope St. Andrew, will take place on Thursday, April 7th at 2 p.m. The funeral service will be held at the Tivoli Roman Catholic Church, Tivoli St. Andrew, and interment at the Tivoli Cemetery. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Raymond Toussaint, also known as Tuss, of Pearl St. Andrew, who resided in Wester Hall, St. David, passed away on Monday, 28 March, at the age of 58. The funeral arrangements for the late Raymond Toussaint, also known as Tuss, of Pearl St. Andrew, who resided in Wester Hall, St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Ambrose Emmanuel Sylvester, also known as Boulay, of Molinaire St. George, passed away on Wednesday, 23rd March 2022, at the age of 96. The funeral arrangements for the late Ambrose Emmanuel Sylvester, also known as Boulay, of Molinaire St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Lucille Maxime, also known as Alcina Chase, of Grandon St. George, died on Wednesday, 23rd March 2022, at the age of 82. The funeral arrangements for the late Lucille Maxime, also known as Alcina Chase, of Grandon St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Carlisle James, also known as Black Boy and Baggy, of Beaulieu St. George, died on Tuesday, 22nd March 2022, at the age of 69. The funeral arrangements for the late Carlisle James, also known as Black Boy and Baggy, of Beaulieu St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Daphne Joseph, also known as Dati, of Latente St. David, passed away on Wednesday, 16th March 2022, at the age of 87. The funeral arrangements for the late Daphne Joseph, also known as Dati, of Latente St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Leonard Abraham Macmillan, also known as Leonard Glad, and Tarway, of Bellevue St. David, passed away on Saturday, 19th March 2022, at the age of 68. The funeral arrangements for the late Leonard Abraham Macmillan, also known as Leonard Gludd, and Tarware of Bellevue St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Edward Mordred Roberts, also known as E.M. Roberts of Belmont St. George, died on Saturday 19th March 2022 at the age of 86. The funeral arrangements for the late Edward Mordred Roberts, also known as E.M. Roberts of Belmont St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Teresa Cummings, also known as Carmen, of Beaulieu St. George, passed away on Saturday 19th March 2022 at the age of 81. The funeral arrangements for the late Teresa Cummings, also known as Carmen, of Beaulieu St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Paul Joseph, also known as Preacher, of Cemetery Hill St. George's, passed away on Thursday 17th March 2022 at the age of 73. The funeral arrangements for the late Paul Joseph, also known as Preacher, of Cemetery Hill St. George's, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Agnes Barry, also known as Loyola, of La Fortune St. Patrick, who resided in the USA, passed away on Saturday 12th March 2022 in Canada at the age of 77. The funeral arrangements for the late Agnes Barry, also known as Loyola, of La Fortune St. Patrick, who resided in the USA, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Anita Blackett, also known as Mama Nita, of Pedmotar St. David, passed away in Trinidad at the age of 89. The funeral arrangements for the late Anita Blackett, also known as Mama Nita of Pedmotar St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Sybil Matilda Roberts, also known as Mama and Pitty, of New Hampshire St. George, passed away on Sunday 13th March 2022 at the age of 81. The funeral arrangements for the late Sybil Matilda Roberts, also known as Mama and Pitty, of New Hampshire St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Teresa Smith, also known as Farmo, of Carriere, who resided at Telescope St. Andrew, passed away on Thursday 17th March 2022 at the age of 84. The funeral arrangements for the late Teresa Smith, also known as Farmo, of Carriere, who resided at Telescope St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
George Ferguson of Shantimel St. Patrick died on Sunday 13th March at the age of 73. The funeral arrangements of the late George Ferguson will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Monica Cynthia Knight Martin, affectionately known as Monix, of Mountmorot St. George, passed away on Sunday 6th March 2022 at the age of 87. The funeral arrangements for the late Monica Cynthia Knight Martin, affectionately known as Monix of Mountmorot St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Veronica Horsford, née Bascom, of Retreat St. David, who resided in the USA, passed away on Tuesday 8th March 2022 at the age of 94. The funeral arrangements for the late Veronica Horsford, née Bascom, of Retreat St. David, who resided in the USA, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
Joseph Peterson of Shantimel St. Patrick, who resided in the United Kingdom, passed away on Friday, 25th February in the UK at the age of 87. The funeral arrangement of the late Joseph Peterson of Shantimel St. Patrick, who resided in the United Kingdom, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lockwar Brothers Funeral Home.
In memory of Chad Joseph Edgell of Grand Mall St. George, who resided in New York and passed away on March 29, 2012 at the age of 24. He was laid to rest on April 12, 2012. Left to cherish his memory are his mom, Myrna Anne-Marie Joseph, grandmother Gillian Catherine Joseph, many aunts and uncles including Tessa Edgell Gittens, Rachel and Bernadette Joseph, and numerous other family members and friends. Don't think of him as gone away. His journey's just begun. Life holds so many facets. This earth is only one. Just think of him as resting from the sorrows and the tears, in a place of warmth and comfort, where there are no days and years. Think how we must be wishing that we could know today how nothing but our sadness can really pass away. And think of him as living in the hearts of those he touched. For nothing loved is ever lost, and he was loved so much. Funeral arrangements were entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
In loving memory of Peter Alexander, also known as Sir Pete of Birchgrove St. Andrew, who departed this life on 31st March 2020 at the age of 85. Remembered daily by his children Adolphus Daniel, Anselm, Alina, and Anita. Grandchildren Andia, Andre, Antoine, Tony, Tyrone, Mikali, Jakia, Jabari, Lyndon, Laurie, and Lavon. Family and friends, we knew so little that morning that God will call your name. In life we loved you dearly, in death we do the same. It broke our hearts to lose you. You did not go alone, for a part of us went with you the day God called you home. You left us beautiful memories. Your love is still our guide. And though we cannot see you, you are always by our side. Our family chain is broken and nothing seems the same. But as God calls us one by one, the chain will link again. Rest in peace.
The management and staff of MTV extend deepest condolences to those of you whose loved ones have passed on. Thanks for watching.
I am Godwill James, an MD and a member of Gateway Assembly. Medically, death is regarded as an end or a cessation of life. Different groups view death in different perspectives. While some regard death as a continuation of life, others view it as an infeeble form of life. As a Christian, we may want to view death as a separation of the soul from the body. So, whichever way one may view death, I want to say that may the gentle soul of the faithful departed rest in the bosom of the Lord. Amen.
My name is Hollis Map. I perform around the world. And when I travel, I book with CaribJet.
Call CaribJet now. 100% Canadian, operating 10 years plus.
Telephone number 439-4444 in Grenada or click caribjet.com. CaribJet, True Blue St. George's. The number one for travel.
Less talk, more power.
Walk. Yes, everything.
See the miracle.
Evidence of metastatic prostate cancer in his body.
Cancer free here. No cancer. Here's the last one. Clap your hands to the Lord.
You need to believe.
Let me ask you from you first. You had something in your skin.
Yeah.
What was that? What was the situation?
What was happening in my skin? It was a rash all over.
All over your body?
Yeah, on the head and everything.
Perseverance.
Feeling good?
Yeah.
It worked?
It worked.
Stop there and going for more.
Well, I'm going for more.
Then more blessings are coming. It worked.
What is impossible with man is possible with God. This is your program. Stop suffering.
Receive light right there where you are. Whatever the darkness surrounds, it is the time for change. No matter what you have been facing in life, I'm here to tell you that you can break free from these complaints, troubles, attacks, negativities, and you can find help right about now. No matter what your background or the troubles that have been faced, I am positive that you can find a way out. No matter where you are watching us from right now, this is your program. This is your program, Let's Talk More Power. And I'm here to prove it to every one of you that God is able to help you right now. In case you need some help in order to be lifted up, look at me here, please. Don't cry. Don't be frustrated. Don't be depressed, discouraged. There is a God that can help you. And He can free you from this. He can lift you up from that. He can break this yoke and lead you out of all these troubles. And I'm here to tell you how. Alright? So don't be panic. Don't be depressed. Don't be frustrated. There is a God that pretty much can. He wants to assist you right now. In case you'd like to put your name down for prayers, your name, the names of your children, your family, you have a situation, you have a cold, you have a pain, you're right now desperate about something, you are carrying a load, you're not feeling yourself, don't panic. Take the step and believe that God is going to help you. 534-2059, as you can feel right now, your name is going to be inside of the Holy Oil. 534-2059 or 437-4262. 534-2059 or 437-4262. Any one of these two lines, you will definitely call and get some help. And absolutely, you will be getting out of all these troubles, these pains, these failures. And most definitely, whatsoever is there standing against you, you will find the help you need it. Alright, good soul, look back to me here right now. I have something to share with every one of you. Especially if you're feeling right now oppressed. Are you right now oppressed by a problem? Problem is like this one. I'm going to put it on the screen for you. Number one, heavy burdened. You feel like there is something on top of you. You have a sensation of death inside of your house. No matter how your house is clean. Number three, blood taste in your tongue. When you get nervous, you have scary and bad dreams. You have strange spots that show up in your body just like that spiritually. You feel choked when the night comes. You feel like there is something affecting you. You have diseases that the doctors cannot diagnose. Undiagnosed these diseases became something normal for you. Number eight, sin spirits. There are some dark shapes of the woman, man, animals, cats, spider. That's what has been happening to you. For 1 to 15. Take your time, sir. Take your time. I'm talking to you. Are you experiencing any one of them? Unusual behavior, bipolar disorder. Sometimes you don't understand, but you feel like you're not yourself, or you have a family member in that situation, or you're having money curses. Your finance is never the same. Your money is never staying in your hands. It blows away just like that. As I'm talking here, pick your phone, text me now. Now. 534-2059. Did you get it? 534-2059. Family arguments, complaints that comes out of nowhere, financial failures. Your finances just keep it going wrong, one after the next. You may have a love life bad luck. No matter what you try to do to get your relationship out of the way, you're getting good, it keeps going bad and worse. You have bad thoughts, suicidal thoughts, evil thoughts, or depression. I'm taking my time. I'm taking my time. Yes, I'm taking my time. What is it that you have been facing in life? For 1 to 50, is that what has been happening? Give me a call, 534-2059 now. 534-2059 or 437-4262. Did you get it? Right now. What's up? I'm here ready to receive your text. Alright, look back to me here. Look back to me here, please. Don't panic. I would like you to read this Bible verse with me. Check it. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me because He has anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and recover the sight of the blind, to set at liberty those who are oppressed. What is those proverbs oppress you? Look back to me here. On Fridays, right here in this ministry, look at me here. People have come to this ministry and they have learned how to find out the problems and the ways. Watch the result. I'll be back right after this on the screen.
Watch now results of faith.
Stop a continue. Some of you remember how years ago, and I told you that you will see changes. Remember that? Am I talking too much? Yes, I am. I'm gonna go straight to the point. Pay attention here and see what faith can do. Your name again is?
Satrimi.
You were here last. Your name again?
Satrimi.
Good. You were here last week, some Fridays back.
Yes.
What is it that used to affect you, disturb you, that you could not let it go, and you notice that it was something spiritual?
Well, first I always used to be sick. Then I could not sleep. I always used to be tossing. When my period come, I always having a lot of bad pain. And right now, none of this is happening.
You used to have problems on to sleep.
Yeah.
What is it that you?
I used to see like a cat running across my room.
Like in a spirit.
Yes.
Not real a cat.
No, like a shadow, but it's shaped like a cat.
And sometimes when those things, frustrations come into your mind, what is it that sometimes runs to your mind during these frustrations?
Commit suicide.
Did you ever attempt to somehow?
Yes.
How many times?
3 times.
3 times. But now, how are you?
Great.
Free?
Yes.
100%?
Yes.
No thoughts of suicide?
Nope.
If you have any thought, I think there is a knife there, but nothing. You want to live?
Yes.
Forever? Feeling good?
Yes.
Clap your hands hard at you, oh God. You may return such a dream.
The same can happen to you.
Did you notice that? God has the ability to help you just as these people found out. What are you waiting for? Take a step. I'm going to be waiting for you right there. 7 o'clock in the first service, 10 o'clock in the morning the second meeting. We also have 12 noon day, 3 p.m., 5 p.m. in the main service, the night of healing, deliverance, and revelation. You're going to come, but this evil is going to get out of your ways. You're going to find out exactly what you do to get out of it. This paradox, this question marks. You don't know where it's coming from, how it reached you there, who is doing this, who is doing that. Look at me here, please. You're going to find out with the Word of God what you have to do to get out of it. Walk with the white rock so you could experience God's power. Now I want you to invite you to get close, come close to your TV. Put your hands here in my hands. We're going to be praying for this nation and pray for you.
While the world is going through chaos, due to many problems, sickness, family problems, depression, hunger, take a moment and close your eyes, and pray with us, so you can find relief to your pain and peace for your soul. Join now for a moment, the prayer for the nation.
Put your hands in my hands. Father, in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, I pray, my God, that you may touch every one of them, my Father, that is here. Oppressed, depressed, down, discouraged. They have been looking at so many doors, but they are not seeing it. I pray for this village, for those who are in Caricu and Pitmatney, those who are in the hospital and the prison, those who are depressed, those who have the hand of HIV, live to their lives and let them be blessed. In the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, receive strength and be helped. Touch yourself and say with God that can do it. Good. Very good. You said it. Keep calling 534-2059. What's up now? 534-2059. Put your name down inside of the oil. Get some help. But don't let this problem keep you prevailing. You'll call the straight line 337-4262. Thanks so much for being part of this. Don't give up. We could be going. Victory shall come to pass. Take care. Bye-bye. And don't give up.
There are many ways that the forces of darkness can enter someone's life. Through these ways they can enter. When they were offered up in a spiritual ritual as a small child, also by food and drinks usually offered by someone who has a connection with the bad forces. Through people, you had a past relationship and didn't work. Or when you step into a house that was filled with negativity, envy, spoken curse, or even generational curse. And with this evil force brings also symptoms. Physical, emotional, and psychological problems. Making the person be a problematic person and also having defeats all around. If this is happening with you, come this Friday and break free from all the evil. At 7 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 noon, at 3 p.m. and mainly at 5 p.m. at Halifax Street, St. George's. For more information call now 534-2059 or also 437-4262.